Hello everyone. I hope you all remember how to change statements and imperative sentences into negative. And today we are going to move on to the next level. Moving on to the next category, that is simple present tense. So we're going to learn how to change sentences in simple present tense into negative sentences. Use do not or does not with the root form of the verb. Now, you must be wondering, what is the root form of a verb? It is very simple. Root form is the base form of the verb. For example, plays. What is the root form of plays? It is play. Let's take another example. Sleeps. The root form of sleeps is sleep. Let's take another example. Goes. What is the root form of this verb? Goes. It is go. That means using the verb in its base form. Root form means the first form of verb. Any verb which is in its base form. The action, what we call that action, is the base form. For example, slept. What is the base form of this verb slept? It is sleep. Eats. Base form is eat. So, you just have to change the verb into its root form, that is base form, and use do not or does not just before it, and your sentence will change into negative sentence. Just don't worry. Just to make learning simple for you and to help you in changing simple present sentences into negative, I have simplified this work into 6 simple steps. You have to follow these steps one by one and your sentence will automatically change into negative. The first step. Find the verb in the sentence and bring it to its root form. Find the subject. I hope you remember what a subject is. Subject is the doer of action. Find the subject and observe it. Identify whether it is singular or plural. Write does not or do not before the verb. But how do we use does not and where do we use do not? It all depends on the subject. If your subject is singular, use does not before the verb. And if your subject is plural, use do not just before the verb. Always remember, I and you, they are two naughty words who don't listen and don't follow any rule. They always use do not with them. I repeat, they always use do not with them. Let us revise once again. You have to follow these steps one by one to change simple present sentence into negative. Step number 1. Just find the verb and bring it to its root form. Then find the subject and identify whether it is singular or plural. If the subject is singular, use does not before the verb. And if the subject is plural, use do not before the verb. And if your subject is I or you, just use do not. That's all you have to do and your sentence will change into negative. Let us have a look to the given examples now. Just follow the 6 simple steps that I told you to change these positive sentences into negative. The first one here is Sohan sings well. Step number 1. Find the verb here. The verb here is sings. Change it into its root form. Sings will become sing. Step number 2. Find the subject. The subject over here is Sohan. Is it singular or plural? Sohan is just one, so it is singular. And as I told you, with singulars we use does not. So you will write Sohan does not sing well. Just write does not before the verb, that is sing. Let us move on to the next one. They play outside. What is the verb here? Yes, it is play. Play is already in its root form. There is no extra addition to it. So play will remain play. Now find the subject. The subject over here is they. And they is used for plurals, means more than one. That means your subject is plural. And with plural subject, we use do not. So, you will use do not before your verb, that is play. And your sentence will become, they do not play outside. The next one, I go to school. Find the verb here. The verb is go. And go is already in its root form. So, you don't need to change it. Go will remain go. What is the subject here? Yeah, the subject is I. And you remember my step number 6. It said, in case of I, you will just use do not. So, your sentence will become, I do not go to school. It's simple. Another one for you. You make mistakes. What is the verb here? Yes, it is make. Make is not having anything extra here. It is already in its root form. So make will remain make. Now find the subject here. Yes, the subject is you. Again, just follow step number 6. Step number 6 says, in case of you, you will have to use do not. So your sentence will become, you do not make mistakes. See how simple it is. Just follow the steps and your sentences will change into negative. I hope you all have understood how to change simple present tense sentences into negative. And we will continue the same topic, that is changing simple past tense sentences to negative in the next video. Bye for now. See you.